It looks like Mahomes might be leaving the Chiefs. Failing to win the championship this year seems to have hit him hard. The disappointment on his face after the season's end was impossible to ignore. If Mahomes decides to walk away, it would send shockwaves through the entire NFL and leave Chiefs Kingdom in disbelief. Could this really be the end of an era in Kansas City? Fans are holding their breath, hoping that Mahomes will stay and lead them to another Super Bowl run. But right now, the future feels more uncertain than ever. Kansas City Chiefs offseason. Overview. The Kansas City Chiefs offseason begins with a major challenge: managing tight salary cap space. The Chiefs currently have about $18.12 million available in cap space, which greatly limits their options in the market. However, as we know, Brett Veach is a master at finding creative solutions to keep the team competitive without compromising the franchise's financial future. To free up more space, one strategy could be restructuring Patrick Mahomes' contract by converting part of his base salary. This move could free up between $20 million and $30 million. Additionally, a possible extension for guard Joe Thuney would also help reduce his cap hit, creating important room to pursue reinforcements. Another factor to consider is strategic cuts. Players like Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who have underperformed, could be released to save approximately $12 million. With these moves, the Chiefs could go from a tight situation to a comfortable position in free agency. Strengthening the offensive line. One of the Chiefs' biggest priorities this offseason should be strengthening the offensive line, especially at left tackle. With Joe Thuney being traded to the Bears, the team needs to find a worthy replacement to protect Mahomes and ensure the offense remains efficient. An interesting option on the market is former Baltimore Ravens tackle Ronnie Stanley. Despite some recent injuries, Stanley had a solid 2024 season, playing in all 17 games and allowing just 2 sacks. He would bring experience and quality to the most important position on the offensive line, providing Mahomes with much needed protection. And if free agency doesn't produce a big name, the draft could be an option. The Chiefs could target a talented prospect like Georgia's Amarius Mims if he's available in the first round. However, relying on a rookie to fill such a critical role could be risky for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Key offensive line retention. The Chiefs have already taken an important step this offseason by applying the franchise tag to guard Trey Smith, ensuring he will stay for at least another year. This move was crucial to maintaining stability on the interior of the offensive line. Smith is one of the best young guards in the NFL and has been a cornerstone of the Chiefs' success in recent years, demonstrating not only strength and technique, but also essential leadership. His long-term extension should be a priority for the front office, as losing a talent of that caliber would create a difficult hole to fill. The ideal solution would be a 4-year, $65 million deal that would secure his continued presence on the team without compromising the cap too much. If the Chiefs can negotiate a cap-friendly restructuring, they could retain one of their best offensive linemen while still creating room for other signings. Defensive priorities. If there's one player who embodies the spirit of the Chiefs' defense, it's Nick Bolton. A leader on the field, Bolton was a key player in both of the team's recent Super Bowl victories and continues to improve every year. At just 24 years old, Bolton is still entering the prime of his career. Letting him go would be a huge strategic mistake. Last season, Bolton recorded 106 tackles, 6 pass breakups, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble, showcasing his versatility and impact. Not only does he excel at stopping the run, but he's also improving in pass coverage. His value to the team goes beyond the stats. He's the voice of the defense and a leader in the locker room. Bolton's market value is estimated at 4 years, $49 million, which would be a fair contract for a player of his caliber. The Chiefs have other options on the market, but none bring the same immediate impact or knowledge of Steve Spagnuolo's system. Signing Bolton should be a top priority this offseason. Retaining Justin Reid, another key name in the Chiefs' defense, is safety Justin Reid, who arrived to replace Tyrann Mathieu and has done an exceptional job since then. In addition to his strength in coverage, Reed has shown leadership and versatility in the defensive scheme, filling gaps when necessary. In 2024, Reed posted 87 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 9 pass breakups, demonstrating his impact on the defense. His experience and ability to communicate with younger players in the secondary have been essential to the team's success. However, his current contract is up, and retaining him won't come cheap. Reed's projected contract is in the range of 3 years, $46 million. If the Chiefs can't afford to keep him, names like Xavier McKinney at Giants or Jordan Whitehead, Jets, could be more affordable options on the market. The decision will be difficult but essential to maintaining a high-level defense. Addressing the wide receiver problem, if there's one area that desperately needs reinforcements, it's the wide receiver group. Last season, the Chiefs struggled with drops, a lack of explosiveness, and inconsistent production. Finding reliable targets for Mahomes will be critical to improving the passing game and maintaining the team's offensive dominance. The Chiefs' offseason strategy will require a balance of smart financial management and strategic player moves. If Veach can work his usual magic, Kansas City will remain one of the top contenders in the league for another Super Bowl run. Kansas City Chiefs offseason strategy for 2025. The Kansas City Chiefs enter the 2025 offseason with some clear priorities and challenges. While they remain one of the most dominant teams in the league, addressing key areas on both offense and defense will be essential to staying at the top. Finding a partner for Rashee Rice, inconsistency at the wide receiver position remains one of the Chiefs' biggest needs heading into 2025. With Rashee Rice emerging as the WR1, the next task is to find a reliable partner for him. 2 intriguing options are attracting attention on the market: Cooper Kupp and Tyler Lockett. Kupp had a historic 2021 season, but has since dealt with injuries and a drop in production. However, his talent is undeniable, and playing alongside Patrick Mahomes could help him return to his best form. Lockett is known for his reliability and has a special connection to Kansas City. He played college football in Kansas, and his father also played for the Chiefs. His experience and consistent production would make him an ideal complement to Rice. If free agency doesn't bring a definitive solution, the draft could be the answer. Adonai Mitchell, Texas, and Ladd McConkey, Georgia, are interesting names that could be available at the end of the first round. One thing is certain: the Chiefs can't afford to repeat the mistakes of 2024 and need to strengthen this unit urgently. Preparing for life after Travis Kelce remains one of the best tight ends in the league. But at 35 years old, it's time to start thinking about the future. He showed signs of wear and tear in 2024, especially early in the season, so finding his successor could be a smart long-term move. The free agent market doesn't offer many young, high-profile options, but names like Noah Fant, Seahawks, and Hunter Henry, Patriots, could be viable options to share the workload with Kelce. In the draft, Brock Bowers, Georgia, would be an ideal choice, but he's likely to go early, which would require an aggressive trade-up. The reality is that no one can replace Kelce overnight, but grooming a young talent to learn alongside him for a few years could ensure a smooth transition and keep the position strong for the future. Boosting the pass rush, the Chiefs had a dominant defense in 2024, but there's always room for improvement. One area that could use reinforcements is the pass rush, specifically to complement George Karlaftis and Chris Jones. Frank Clark briefly returned to the Chiefs last season, but it wasn't the solution they hoped for. This offseason, the team could target more impactful players in free agency like Danielle Hunter, Vikings, a proven edge rusher who can pressure the quarterback effectively; Bryce Huff, Jets, one of the best young pass rushers in the league, known for his explosiveness and versatility. Another option would be to invest in the draft. Jared Verse, FSU, and Layatu Latu, UCLA, are top-tier prospects who could bring immediate impact to the defensive front. Regardless of the path chosen, improving the pass rush will remain a priority for a team that wants to stay on top. Building depth and retaining Key pieces: championship teams aren't built on stars alone. Depth is what ensures a team can withstand injuries and struggles throughout a long season. The Chiefs need to reinforce their roster with rotational players who can make an immediate impact. Willie Gay Jr., LB, and Mike Dana, DE, have been key contributors in recent years and could be retained at an affordable cost. On offense, finding a complementary running back for Isaiah Pacheco would be valuable. With Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of the picture, names like Austin Eckler, Chargers, or Tony Pollard, Cowboys, could provide experience and skill in the passing game. What to do about Harrison Butker? Harrison Butker has been instrumental in key moments for the Chiefs, but his inconsistency during the regular season has raised some questions. While he was nearly flawless in the playoffs, his struggles during the regular season were concerning. There are few elite kickers available on the market, and betting on a rookie would be risky. Therefore, the Chiefs will likely keep Butker and, at most, bring in a competitor during the preseason to create some pressure. A reliable kicker can often be the difference between winning or losing a Super Bowl, so the team's confidence in Butker will be tested once again in 2025. Maintaining the winning mentality. More than just signings, the Chiefs need to maintain what made them a dynasty, a winning mentality. With Mahomes at the helm, Andy Reid on the bench, and a talented core of players, the Chiefs still have a lot left to accomplish. The key to staying on top will be maintaining chemistry in the locker room and making smart financial decisions to ensure continued success. With the right balance of young talent and experienced veterans, the Chiefs can continue to dominate the NFL. Now, the question is, can Brett Veach execute the perfect free agency plan? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The Chiefs will enter the 2025 season stronger than ever. Hopkins could be the X factor. The Chiefs are looking for the missing piece to get them over the hump in the Super Bowl, and DeAndre Hopkins could be that X factor. Hopkins remains one of the most talented and reliable wide receivers in the league. His route running hands and ability to make contested catches would give Patrick Mahomes a true go-to target in critical moments. Adding Hopkins to a receiver room led by Rashee Rice could transform the Chiefs' passing attack, providing Mahomes with a dangerous 1-2 punch. Hopkins' ability to stretch the field and win in tight coverage would add a new dimension to the Chiefs' offense, which struggled at times with consistency and explosive plays last season. If the Chiefs can secure Hopkins at a reasonable price, he could be the difference maker that pushes them toward another championship. Signing Patrick Peterson bolsters the secondary. The Chiefs also made a significant move to strengthen their defense by signing veteran cornerback Patrick Peterson. Peterson, who spent the last 2 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, brings a wealth of experience and leadership to the Chiefs secondary. At 34 years old, Peterson may not be the shutdown corner he was in his prime, but he's still a savvy veteran who can contribute in a big way. Last season, Peterson recorded 3 interceptions and 12 pass breakups, proving that he still has plenty left in the tank. Peterson's signing is particularly important after the Chiefs lost L'Jarius Sneed in free agency. Sneed was a key piece of the Chiefs' defense, and his departure left a big hole in the secondary. While Peterson may not be a long-term solution, he's a reliable stopgap who can help the Chiefs compete for another Super Bowl. His experience and leadership will also be invaluable for the Chiefs' younger defensive backs like Trent McDuffie and Joshua Williams. And Peterson's presence on the field and in the locker room could accelerate the development of these young corners. What's next in the draft? The Chiefs hold the 28th overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft, and rumors are swirling about who they might target. Some analysts predict the Chiefs will go after a cornerback to replace Sneed, while others believe they could target a running back to complement Isaiah Pacheco. One name to watch is Trey Sanders, the explosive running back out of Alabama. Sanders is a dual threat player with excellent vision and quickness. He could add a new dimension to the Chiefs' offense, giving them a versatile option to pair with Pacheco. Adding depth to the backfield would give the Chiefs more flexibility and help reduce Pacheco's workload over the long season. I'll be back tomorrow with a new update. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment. See you.